Ryan.
Dude, where is he? Polly, where's Ryan?
Ryan?
What?
Dude, are you surfing today?
I am nervous. The surf's up.
Is this your sweet potato?
This is my tater, dude.
Holy yellow.
There's a little cobwebs. Can you see it?
There's spiders on it. When's the last time you surfed?
I don't know.
Dude, you're kind of gnarly.
They say your board matches what you look like.
Dude, let's do it. Jeez. Are you nonchalanting? Right there, that's...
All right, I'm gonna try.
Uh-oh. Big set coming. He's duck diving.
How's it? You know the rules. Aloha. Best surfer in the world, Sterling Spencer, and Cousin Ryan presents Pinch My Salt.
Dang. We're back. Dude, we got called the funniest thing in the world by a girl comment.
What?
She said we were two men. No, she said two.
She said we're two men?
She said two guys. No, two underwhelming.
Oh my gosh.
Stop it.
This is crazy.
She called us underwhelming.
Underwhelming.
Two underwhelming men sitting in a van with magazine clippings on the wall.
She kind of nailed it.
I was laughing so hard because she didn't say ugly. She didn't say like fat, or she said underwhelming. Isn't that the fun?
What's her profile pic?
I didn't.
Can we look at it?
I didn't look at her.
And let's be like, she's profile pic's a little underwhelming. Message her that right now.
It made me laugh for 5 minutes, and then I was like, "Wait,
cried.
I'm underwhelming."
Is overwhelming better?
Yeah, because it's like, wow, I can't handle their beauty. Underwhelming's like,
oh, they're talking about our looks.
Yeah, we're underwhelming. Isn't that funny?
You know she's fat. Dude, fat chicks can either be like the raddest thing or the gnarliest thing.
Steer clear, big tuna.
Like, I got to the beach today and there was a couple of fat chicks. And, dude, it got me so pumped.
Why?
Something about it.
Their energy?
I just love people wearing small bathing suits
that don't
with large bodies.
I know. That confidence is kind of like...
It's a rad confidence.
It makes you confident. Well, when a fat guy doesn't care about being fat, and a girl, it's just something about it. It's contagious.
I don't know if it's the same with a guy.
Really?
Because guys can hide behind shirts and pillows. A fat chick that's proud, I don't know if there's anything hotter.
Really? So the confidence gets you going.
I feel like...
I don't think you should say fat. I think you should say plus size.
There's something about plus size chicks where it's like, it kind of fires me up.
Really?
Do you think girls look at you like that?
I don't think it works that way.
Really?
Girls don't like big dudes' butt.
Like, God, I'd love to see behind that pillow. You're really just teasing them.
I know, the pillow's a tease.
You should come up with OnlyFans without the pillow.
I'll take my pillow off for $5 a month.
You're on a like really famous podcast with a pillow in front of you.
Is this podcast famous?
I'm just impressed you're willing
to stick with the pillow.
Because if you went to Best Buy, you'd be like, I'm not carrying this pillow. Right now, you're going to sit in front of 30,000 plus people
with a pillow. I've never thought about it.
It's ballsy. That's what I'm saying.
So at first it just kind of started as a joke, and then I just stuck with it.
It wasn't a joke.
It wasn't a joke. It's well, at first, did I do it at first?
I think the first episode you just did it by accident.
Yeah. All right, guys, it's Pinch My Clips time, so you know what we're doing. We're drinking West Peak.
West Peak.
All right, here we go. What the heck is that?
Babe Ruth with the Duke?
Is this real?
Did they not have, like, athletic equipment back then?
Yeah, why does Babe Ruth look like me?
He looks like freaking...
Bert Kreischer.
Like, the Duke looks gnarly, but
yeah,
Duke's probably, like, 70 there.
Dude.
And he's in better shape than Babe Ruth?
Everyone thought Babe Ruth was, like, the pinnacle of athleticism, but he was just some chubby dude.
He's just a big boy. There's no muscle on that thing.
Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America.
Is that Kid Rock?
Ay, ay, ay.
That's a Floribama chick right there. It's Gulf of America now.
And lastly, sir, we have an executive order demanding for Kelly Slater to retire.
That's a big one, huh? A lot of people are waiting for this for years. for decades.
That's a big one, huh?
Donald Trump.
We're going to finally make Kelly retire. That's a big one, huh?
People have been asking for years.
Dude, look at this bodyboarder chick going for it.
Jeez.
She's like, don't look at my trash can. Ah! Look at the slow-mo. When the wave breaks here, look at her try to tally-ho it. And he's like, surf harder.
Gosh, these poor women.
Gosh. Yeah.
Jeez.
How'd the flippers stay on?
Flip, flop.
Those are tight flippers.
Dang. Speaking of chicks that are gnarly.
Oh my gosh. This has got to be the best chick barrel ever.
Dude.
Maybe like best barrel ever.
Look at her standing up, chill.
Look at her kind of go. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Dude, she's killing it. Dude. Does it count? That was forever. How long was that clip? That's 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
That's long.
Dude, her pumping skills
Or like,
on fleek.
dude, does it count? Okay, I'm not trying to be mean, but the second she get out,
Yeah!
do people look down on that?
Well, it's such a novelty barrel, it doesn't really matter.
Like in a
If it
skater
was in
world.
a contest, it wouldn't have counted.
Okay, but like if a skater lands a trick and then like they don't really count it.
Well, it's like when Jamie Thomas did the leap of faith. It was still a big deal.
Right,
Even though he
okay.
didn't land it.
Right.
This wave, it's so rad.
In my opinion, it's all good, baby.
She came out enough to
Yeah.
be like, that's sick.
Right. If she fell inside, yep. All right, sick.
My body isn't the problem, the system is. Airlines are making it difficult for plus-size people to travel by designing seats that are too small for even the average human. I endured excruciating pain for hours, wedged between the armrests, which left bruises on my body. I was on the verge of tears.
What do you think?
I mean,
You're a plus size server.
I'm a plus size traveler.
Are you?
My thought is this: we're not going to shame her.
There's probably really tall people,
Right.
like an 8-foot person, and they can't fit. Are they gonna yell at the airlines?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe like bump it down a little bit, yeah. But what does she want them to do?
That's
Make new airplanes for her?
True. Yeah. Like, what's the solution here?
It's like you're a minority.
True. Yeah.
So you kind of, if you're a minority, you kind of have to like, unless they're gonna make plus size airplanes.
That would be sick.
That'd be sick.
That would be. I'd buy it.
I think all of us would want.
I'm going on the jumbo jet. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Drone fights.
What happened?
Okay, this would never happen.
Okay, drone.
And how does this?
Oh my god! It hits him in the head.
What is this? Final Destination? Crazy,
Dude, good thing you had that helmet on. It would have cut him open.
dude. Is it?
Shing! He didn't even care.
Well, in the wide, you see him kind of react. Watch. Doink. He's like, oh.
What if he didn't have a helmet on?
Just
He's like, oh!
crazy.
Dead.
Dude, this is so weird.
Oh, is this Pensacola Beach?
This is P Beach, dude, or somewhere close.
So this is Florida when it snowed.
We have all these,
snowboarding.
dude.
That was gnarly. I mean, who would have ever thought
No.
you'd be snowboarding on the beach in Florida?
That is so cool.
It doesn't even look real.
Look at this mermaid.
Hey, get out of here.
Can you
mermaid, you
imagine?
can't stand mermaids. Could you imagine how scared you'd be?
What does that feel like?
Probably scratchy.
Look at that. Did it take off her goggles?
Oh my god.
It ripped her goggles
I'm alright.
out.
Is my head still on?
Dude.
Watch it suck in. Look.
Sunk.
Before his lips got on.
I know. There's like suction power.
Crazy. Is that what fish is that? Is that carp?
I don't. It's not a carp.
Giant carp?
I don't know what it is. What is it? Ice surf skaters.
They're back?
Ice blades. Dude.
Curveboard.
Curveboard?
It's called curveboarding.
Where's Kai Lenny when you need him?
Why did they call it curveboarding? There's lots of potential for this.
Curveboarding.
Why do they call it curveboarding?
This is my favorite part. It's got a little ice bank. Dude.
How'd they come up with curve? Is there
Curbs.
someone we can talk about?
What's Kerf? Who is that?
Dude, look how gnarly this barrel
Whoa, is he going to come out?
I made it!
Oh, that's sad.
But
Oh.
still, you got to get out of the glory hole for a second.
True.
Like, I made it.
What do you think happened in there? Look at this sad moment, though. Like, doo-doo.
My board.
It's not with me. Poor guy. Mother Earth said, not today, buddy.
I've had this happen to me a few times.
Really? Were you?
It's like, I'm out, but my board's back there.
Here we go. What is this? Boogie dropping?
You just try to straddle that baddie.
Dude.
Yeah.
Let me slow-mo that.
Is it mating season? Dude, take her to dinner first.
At least learn her name. Dane Reynolds woke up on the wrong side of the bed. He hates everything.
Does he?
I mean, I hate doing interviews. I hate Ryan Reynolds. I hate dessert. Not only do I hate eating dessert, I hate when people order dessert. I hate golf for many reasons, but I'll tell a story about the last time I ever played golf was in Tahiti with Kelly Slater. And we were like drinking beer and like kind of having fun. And then he yelled at us and told us to quit f***ing around. And then I swore off golf from then on. I hate WSL's Instagram. Pro surfing and perfect wave. I hate kooks.
So Dane hates a lot of stuff.
He hates kooks.
He hates kooks.
But he wouldn't hate you.
But he hated Ryan Reynolds.
He's a kook.
Oh. Dude, so to that day, they were like, hey, let's just go ask Dane what he hates. Like, where did that come from?
First of all, I'd like to say I love Dane Reynolds.
I love Dane Reynolds.
I love that energy.
Me too.
But it also was kind of like, kind of brought down the surf industry a little bit.
Why? What?
Well, if you're getting paid millions to surf,
Maybe don't say it on a video.
I mean, you're getting paid millions to surf. Is it really that hard to do an interview?
I think he was just trying to get deep and say like,
He's trying to be real.
yeah, he's like, this is where I'm
Like-
at.
I know, but
Do you think he hated Ryan Reynolds because his name is Dane Reynolds and Ryan's more famous?
I feel like if you're making a lot of money,
Yeah.
there's a professionalism.
Right.
And there's like, you're a grown up.
Yeah.
Like, it's a job.
It's a job. You got to put on the show
Yeah, you do have to play a character.
a little bit. Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah. Because you
So
get.
if this is like just me and Dane talking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure freaking all the famous people like, dude, I'm so tired.
telling the same old story.
Oh my gosh, dude. It gets better every time.
I'm feeling good, dude.
It's like all organic freaking juices. And
I know.
Passion fruits and limes.
It's all organic, dude.
2 grams of sugar, that's it?
I know.
It's gluten free?
Dude, this is the real deal.
How do they do this?
How
How do they make money?
I know, with it's
All
more
the real
expensive.
stuff.
All the real stuff.
Dude, White Claw must be tripping out.
Dude, West Peak's going to take over, and we get to be at the beginning of the train. Sparkling spirits.
Oh my god.
What does it make you feel right now?
When I snap into a West Peak. When I snap into a West Peak, it's like it's like Antarctica breathing up my skirt. Just
Blowing up your skirt?
yeah, just
Dude.
clearing all the
Oh, yeah.
cobwebs out.
Like when you feel kind of hot and muggy, and then
It's like an Antarctic breeze through your Jinko jeans.
oh,
And just clearing all that skate sweat.
yeah, dude. Swamp butt gone.
Gone.
Dude.
One sip of West Peak. Mentally.
Mentally. Guys, slap into a West Peak.
Go to westpeak.com.
Drink West Peak.
Go to drinkwestpeak.com.
drinkwestpeak.com, type in pinch my salt, get 20% off, guys. This is the best sparkling spirits. Did your dad cuss a lot when you were a kid?
Secretly.
He did.
I heard him cussing surfing once.
You did. Oh,
And I was pissed.
you were mad at him for cussing?
In my mind, I thought you literally went to hell if you cussed.
Right.
Like you didn't get a forgiveness.
Or you lost a
badge.
crown or something.
Lost a couple crowns. My parents were psycho about cussing. Dang. And even if we said butt, they're like, booty.
We weren't allowed to say fart. You had to say toot.
Oh my God.
We were even worse.
Dude, we grew up in a cult.
It wasn't a cult, Sterling. It was a cuss cult. So you heard your dad cuss while he was surfing.
So he was like, mother, sit, cock, mother. And I was like, what? It kind of rocked my world.
You were like, Dad?
And then I remember no one was home, and I walked out back, and I just was like, I was like, whoa.
And you were like,
so good.
You were waiting to get sucked down to hell.
I was like, cock. And I was like, nothing happened.
One time, the only time I heard my dad cuss, he never cusses. I was in the garage with him, and I knocked his surfboard over. And it went boom, and he goes, damn it. And I was like, oh.
Dude. My favorite thing is like if Wyatt and his friends are out back, I'll walk back there. I'm like, you boys aren't cussing, are you? Like, no, sir. It's like my favorite thing to do.
Cussing, yeah.
Because I'm totally joking.
Yeah.
But they're like, their mouths. No, were you? He wasn't cussing.
I'm not cussing. You cussing? We're not cussing.
Are you cussing? I think that's what messes kids up.
Yeah, because we lift our parents up so high, like they're not.
Well, they tell us to not do all this stuff, and then you find out they're all secretly doing it.
I know.
You hear this, like they're sneaking a beer back there.
Is Dad drinking wine?
They're like, don't drink, don't cuss, don't have sex, don't have fun.
And you know they're having sex.
And they're like, they're doing it all. They're
you
cussing in the back.
Did you ever catch your parents?
Mm-mm. Did you?
No, thank God.
No, they were good.
Ooh.
Nothing turns a woman off more than children.
In the house.
In the house.
Oh,
or a mile near.
I know, dude.
It's like all their sexual radar goes out the window.
It's like Superman and Kryptonite, dude. When there's a kid 15 feet away, they're like...
There's nothing more of a bummer. You've already been waiting weeks for this moment.
For the 7 minutes.
You think there's no kids around, and they're finally in the mood.
And you hear, Mom?
Or you just hear a kid going, yeah. And you watch their eyes like, ugh.
Just drained.
They're fighting mom. They're like, must be mommy. And you're like, no, don't go back.
Don't go back to mom mode.
Like, don't go, mom. And they're sexy for a second, and then they're like,
Mom. They put out their mom gut.
Does he have a Go-Gurt? How many Go-Gurts are in the fridge?
Where's the Uncrustables restocked? Dude.
It's like, no. Oh, and it's too late. They're
late.
like going in mom mode.
Yeah, they're shutting down like a robot.
And you're standing there like,
like
hard as a whistle, just...
I know, dude.
And once you're hard as a whistle, there's no going back for us.
Dude, you'd slam a pineapple.
And nothing's worse when they're just like, they're totally off and they turned you on.
I know, dude.
And then you're like trying to pretend to be normal. You're like,
dude, and what's crazy is as a married dude too, like you'll get a text with even just the slightest hint it could happen that night. And the rest of the day you're like,
they're like, sorry, wrong
and then
person.
Like, and then you get the they always do like a pre-text to kind of bring you back down. They're like, well, I have a headache. And you're like,
yeah. They like bring the vibe back down.
It's like, dang it, Christmas ain't happening.
You get like a couple raunchy texts and you're like, holy!
And then
it's on. You start straightening things. You're like, oh crap, I'm not ready.
You're looking in the mirror.
It's been a month.
It's been a month.
This is it. Oh my gosh.
So, okay, I want you I know we've talked about kooks a lot.
Yeah.
But define a kook. Because I was listening to a video of Dane Reynolds.
Define a kook.
Define a kook. Let me look this question up. Okay.
This is a kook call.
That's a kook call. Kook call. Maria.ro asked, what's the difference between a real kook and just a beginner? Does Sterling see all beginners as kooks or just a specific behavior? To me, I have my own opinion, but you go first.
This is such a good question, Oma.
Oh, Maria.
This is such a hard subject, and I think the problem is you're just gonna have to be a kook.
Okay, but what?
It's you just have to take it on the chin.
But let me ask you this question to specifically clarify the question. A beginner isn't hand in hand a kook, in my opinion, because a kook can be a person that's just not self-aware, selfish. Because I'm a beginner, right? You could say he's a kook,
Yeah,
but shush. But when I'm out there, I'm very respectful. I stay away from the peak. I'm watching out for people, but I am technically a kook.
Right.
But then there's different levels of kook.
Yeah, there's different levels.
You get what I'm saying?
The kook is the soil.
Okay.
A beautiful lotus flower can't grow without the mud.
We all have to start as a kook.
So you have to get through that mud kook stage.
All right.
You just have to accept it.
Right.
I'm a kook.
But there's unself-aware jerky kooks.
Well, there's guys that shred that are still kook. They still have
Right.
kook energy,
all right. Okay.
which is selfish.
yeah.
But something about surfing, no matter what, you just have to be a kook.
I know.
The ocean's so unpredictable.
Dude.
Like the shirt you're wearing,
Oh, when
surfing.
Yeah.
Like me looking at you, like that shirt was like to your knees.
Hold on. Okay, so we.
They're all wearing full suits. You've got a full suit on.
I got a blubber suit. Where do I go?
So, guys, I went surfing for the first time 4 years ago. And did I feel like a kook?
Well, that shirt,
Dude.
that was probably the biggest. I was like, maybe you take that shirt off. You're like, no, it's great. And it was like to your ankles, and you're like paddling, and like, this is what the shirt was doing for you. You're like.
But would someone say, like, look at that kook?
Like, I'm sitting on my board and look over and you're like. And like, if you took the shirt off, you would have so much less drag.
I don't.
You would be able to catch the waves.
True.
It was mostly that shirt. It was like trying to surf with a robe on.
Like. Like a parachute strapped to my body.
If you had a nice tight wetsuit on, I think you would have
tight
caught
body.
some waves.
Yeah, so I went
That
surfing.
shirt was. You're catching fish in it. You're.
But okay, back to the kook talk. I guess in
But
my
the way you're holding your board was spot on.
Oh, dude, no chalance.
When you dropped it down to nonchalant.
because I can't even hold the board.
Dude, that was gnarly.
But to me, this is my opinion. A kook is a guy that's annoying in the surf. But
No.
You disagree.
That's a Barney.
I forgot about Barney's.
Yeah, Barney is. You can be a good surfer and be a freaking barn.
You're Barney boy.
Like, you'll see him paddle out, and my friend is like, dude, the freaking barns are paddling out.
Good surfer, but annoying.
So, a kook is just the mud to a lotus flower.
I get it.
You have to be humbled. The ocean's going to humble you. You're going to wear weird things.
T-shirts.
Something about beginners, it's because you haven't adapted to the ocean lifestyle yet.
Yeah, I'm still on my computer.
And you haven't realized you got to wear certain things so you can maneuver better in life.
Yeah.
Wear the right short lengths and
Yeah.
like a beginner, they always put sunscreen on their chest
And they're
before they paddle
sliding
out,
around.
and then they're like, "Ah, ah."
Dude.
And like understanding the ocean with a kook brain,
Yeah.
it takes forever.
Dude, it's like being in the jungle, dude. like I feel like I'm about to die every minute.
Like if you're trying to skateboard, you can kind of pull off not being a kook.
Yeah.
Like if you're athletic enough.
Mm-hmm. But dude,
Like-
the water.
Like I never felt like I had a kook stage
As
as
a
a
skater.
skateboarder because I already knew how to surf.
Yeah, so you could kind of cruise.
So like if I was trying to kickflip, I could still walk off like this.
But when you put me in that water or any kook, it's humbling.
And the problem is you have to if you really want to bypass the kook stage, this is what I would do.
Okay.
We would sit on the beach every day and we would watch waves and we would talk. And I'd be like talking about sets. Where's the set breaking and where would you sit? Where would you take off? And we would go body surfing.
Ooh.
So we would body surf for the first month.
Can I wear my shirt?
I would put like a tight vest on your body.
All right.
So you like a seal. I would put you on like a 1,500 calorie diet.
Okay, now we're getting specific.
No, but seriously, like every surfer knows if you're gonna bypass the Kook stage, you can't surf for the first month.
It's just all mind surfing.
You have to study. You have to learn. You have to learn the ocean. You have to we need to talk about stuff, boards, fins, why this, why that. You have to understand the whole process first. And then you could probably be in the Kook stage the window's
way shorter. Schwink.
But if you just try to do it,
dude,
you're talking years.
Well, that's what everyone does. Everyone just goes for it.
Yeah, and this is why we're a Kook nation.
And what's funny is you used to be a Kook. Aki used to be a Kook. Andy Iron. Everyone was a Kook at one point.
I don't know. If you start young enough, I think you bypass it.
It's like a millisecond of Kookness.
I don't think you even hit it
because
kids are so bouncy, and
They're
taught
sponges.
I've taught kids at surf camp. They get up immediately goosh in perfect style.
Really?
Oh yeah. There's some kids that just bam.
They're sponges, dude.
They've never surfed their whole life, and they're just like.
Yeah.
So I think if you start early enough, you can skip the Kook stage.
Well,
because kids' brains, they're like sponges.
That's what. Yeah.
They can understand the ocean almost instantly.
Interesting.
Because it's really just all about reflexes and intuition.
Yeah, and then you just grow up in it. It's like kids that learn languages really easily. You ever hear about that? Like Spanish, German, and they're like 3 years old.
Exactly.
And so you stick them on the surfboard and they're like, no Kook.
So basically, you're trying to learn Russian right now.
I'm trying to learn piano late in life. It's like, donk, donk.
That's why you're like, ding, 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 ding.
Dude, sitting on a surfboard is the most embarrassing thing in the world to me. Trying to sit on a surfboard in the ocean.
You have zero core.
I know. Core Lord.
It's because you sit in a chair all day long and literally let the chair do everything.
No, well, I'm editing, dude.
You're letting the chair do everything. You need to be on a ball.
I'm not
all day long
sitting on a ball. I'll try it.
And then you'll engage your core. It's actually really nice.
But what if it makes me edit bad? Well, dude, okay, so everyone can be a Kook, but start young. Come on, guys.
I have a lot of respect for people who start surfing older.
I know.
It's so embarrassing.
I know.
It's tough to watch.
I know.
The more you embrace I'm a Kook, you're going to make it.
Well, I was out there with a few dudes, and they were super nice because the surf sucked. It was small. Yeah. And they accepted me, and they knew I was a Kook.
Well, they were kind of Kooks.
I know, but they were higher Kooks than me.
Right, they were farther along the Kook
I was
path.
level 1. 0 has never touched a board. 1 is at least I've surfed before. Right?
Did you catch a wave?
No. But those weren't waves.
I would say if you didn't catch a wave, that's 0.
All right, I'm back to 0. I used to be like a 5. I used to be able to surf.
A 5?
A 5 Kook.
Oh, a 5 level Kook. Yeah. Before you get to a 1 surfer?
Yes. You have to there's 10 levels of Kookness. And then I was I'll say 7. I'm saying 7. Because I caught some good waves back in the day.
I give you a 5.
I could carve it. Dude, one time I caught...
Maybe if we got you off the sweet potato.
Yeah, I need to get off the sweet potato. One time I caught a wave, and it was the fastest I'd ever felt on a surfboard. A good surfer knows what it feels like to go fast. Yeah. And I felt I was I'm going so fast. And then my foot slipped off the board and went boom.
Right.
And I was bummed.
Because you forgot to wax your board.
And I just suck. Oh.
That's why freaking Zuckerberg, he's so into it.
I know. He's bit by the bug.
It's fun watching older people get bit by the bug late.
Like Jonah Hill, he started serving famous and he gets bit by the bug, and I love it.
And he deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah, he's out there.
Because he started surfing late.
Yeah.
And dude, so many people picked on him so nice.
He's an adult learner.
He's an adult learner, which is one of the hardest things to do in life.
And he's an A-list celebrity. Sucks.
He's an A-list celebrity, and literally, so many people were picking on him. They made a sticker of him.
Jerks.
It was Jonah doesn't surf or something. And I'm like, dude, this poor guy. That's what sucks about being that famous.
Can't even pick up a hobby.
He just wants to surf.
What a bunch
of people are like, you Kook!
Idiot.
What kind of world? Dude. What other sport? If you're learning basketball.
Oh, they'd be like, oh, Jonah's learning.
They'd be sick. They'd be like, rad, Jonah's come play with us. But servers are like, you fucking Kook, screw you.
We're designing stickers.
Make a sticker of him. Let's bring him down.
Well, I'm on the Jonah train. I back him.
But he surfs really good now. He put in the work.
Dude, well, God bless him. But yeah, dude, levels of kooks. Everybody just be nice to kooks. But back to what you said. Cut to it.
Like, go learn somewhere else.
Go away. Learn somewhere else.
Go somewhere else.
Just go away. Welcome to the 12th dimension. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and tell your mom about the Pinch My Salt podcast. Like the freaking video. Okay. Do surfers care what their board looks like? Is it like, oh, this one's cute, it's got a vibe to it?
Well, depends on how core you are.
Okay.
The most chorus level of coreness is an all-white board, no tail pad. And the logos are perfectly placed in the center.
Underneath.
On the stringer.
Oh.
If they're perfectly... That is the highest level of core lordness.
Pure white, no tail pad.
No tail pad.
Logos down the stringer.
Even just no logos at all. That would be the ultimate.
Right.
But it's pretty core to like let your board get super yellow.
Yeah, why is that? My boards are doing that.
It just shows you put in the work.
So I'm core? Mine's been in the garage.
Well, not to call Firewire out, but they turn yellow no matter what.
I don't like it. It looks like an old
That's
tooth.
a different yellow. That's not put in the work yellow.
That's
like Thailand yellow.
Thailand. It just looks like a bad old teeth that haven't been brushed.
Exactly. Yeah. Firewires, they get yellow fast.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't know what it is. Like, I think it's some kind of cheap Thailand sauce they're using. Because a normal board like that Hank, look how white it is.
I know. Right off camera here.
But some guys like are super particular. It just depends on like what generation you are.
Because I feel like some guys are so cutesy tootsy pootsy that they like need
color coordinated.
They're like need the color. And
they shave their butthole.
Well,
guys like that color coordinate.
Oh, and they get a haircut like once a week. They
Brazilian wax their butt.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is like overly like I want the baby blue with the brown.
Too
stripe.
manicured is super sus.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Like their leash is always wrapped up perfect.
Yeah, be a little sloppy.
The traction pad is straight. Like the traction color on the pad matches their rash guard.
Yeah,
it's like, dude,
matches their Yeti.
Color coordinated servers are some of the sussiest people.
Really?
They get Botox.
They get Botox and they bleach their anals.
Well, they Brazilian wax their butts.
Dude.
Yeah, color coordinated guys, they're so... Like, if I could, like, help girls out...
Yeah.
If they see a surfer and there's too much color coordination, like, don't ever date them.
Because they're just annoying.
Because they're going to trick you in. Because girls like cleanliness. Yeah,
they love cleanliness.
Girls like it when you're clean.
Yeah.
But that's, like, another level.
Yeah.
It's OCD.
It's OCD.
You want... If I was like trying to help a girl find the right guy as a surfer, you want like a little scruff, and you want them to like shred, but not shred too hard. Because if they shred too hard, they're never gonna treat you right.
Because they're gonna be surfing all the time.
If a guy surfs too good, something's up.
But you surf good.
I know, and I wouldn't recommend me.
Okay, so like an amateur.
When we become too gnarly at surfing, it's like we walk in a different realm.
Right.
It's like we're never gonna treat a girl right.
Yeah.
Because we're just too gnarly.
Well, your first love is the waves.
It's not even that.
Why?
It's just the confidence level is too high.
All right.
It's like it's like we think we can have anyone.
Oh, I get it.
And like we're kind of baddies.
Yeah.
We're male baddies.
Boy baddies.
And guy baddies are gnarly.
What is a baddie?
I was thinking this at the beach yesterday.
You talk. I'm gonna look it up.
A baddie is a girl. It's like an attitude, and like they're the last ones you want to marry.
Yeah.
You don't want to marry a baddie because they'll drag you down. You want a goodie in a baddie body.
A goodie baddie body. I like it.
And the only way you can get that is if their confidence are really low.
You're so stupid. The internet says a baddie is a pretty girl, typically very curvy and independent. So you want a pretty girl, typically very independent.
That's BS.
You don't think so?
Independent, that means they're like pieces of
That's what I'm saying. But like,
I'm independent.
That's what I'm saying. You want a pretty girl that's curvy that isn't independent.
I would say that's the nicest way of saying that. I would say it more like a bitch. Like instead of replace independent with they're a bitch.
Yeah. She's a baddie and she don't take nobody.
So if you're going to get a goodie in a baddie body, someone has to hurt them in life, you know, to get their confidence down.
Dude.
And hopefully you catch them when they're down, when they think they're ugly. Like someone had to beat them down.
Right. And you're trying
and then you pick them up.
And keep them.
Yeah. You trick them. So it's like, oh, they have the baddie body, but they have the goodie mindset.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's sick. It's perfect.
Dang.
Because then they become like a golden retriever to you.
With respect. Loyal.
Like you throw the ball, they'll go get it. They'll bring it back. Like,
right.
Go get me Chinese food. And they're like, bring it back.
Totally.
A baddie, they'd be like on the bed, like freaking on their phone. Like,
to me,
can you go get me?
A baddie to me is that girl that was on Dr. Phil that's like, meet me outside. How about that?
That's like gnarly baddie.
That's the level.
That's too baddie.
That's level 10 baddie. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good
Those
advice.
are called crackheads.
Crackheads. Yeah.
But for guys, a baddie guy, I would say they're called players.
Oh.
Baddie guys are players.
I get it.
They reach this place where like they know how to manipulate women.
Yeah, and it's not cool.
So to get a baddie, to get a guy who has a baddie body when I was younger,
yeah,
I was a baddie goodie.
Okay, well, so that's good.
Like if you would have caught me from like age 16 to 29.
Dang, that's a long season.
I was a baddie and a goodie body. I didn't know I was beautiful. The whole time I didn't know. Because people at school beat me down so much.
Yeah, they made fun of you.
I literally thought I was ugly. And I thought I was like a nerd.
Dang.
And I would be doing like double 360 airs and laying on me like, dude, I'm such a nerd.
My nostrils.
My nostrils are big.
I hate my nostrils.
And that kind of became my persona. I don't know if you remember then. I got the big glasses.
Yeah.
And I kind of like fed into that energy.
To the nerd energy.
Like I'm a gnarly nerd.
I get you.
So I kind of went that route. But I always wondered, I know this sounds like super like cocky, but I was like, why does every girl want to marry me? Because I'd watch my friends like slay. I'm like, why can't they just slay chicks and they don't try to marry them?
Oh, I see.
And every girl, they would end up wanting to marry me and write me like a 3-page note. And I was like, can one just not want to marry me so it's not this crazy breakup?
Right, you just wanted to hang out.
I wanted to be like all these other guys.
Right.
Like girls would just want to hook up with them and like not talk to them for like 3 weeks.
It's because you went to church, dude. You were a goody two-shoe church boy.
I was, dude, and I realized that I was a good person then.
Yeah. What happened?
Well, now that I'm older and like I've been cheated on and hurt, I've lost trust in women.
So you're a baddie.
So I'm on the edge.
Okay.
Like I got 1 foot on baddie, 1 foot on goodie now.
All right. Well, let's get you back. I'll take you to church.
But I think baddie energy is good. It's confidence.
It's confidence.
It's independence.
Yeah.
No, there's There's something about a baddie energy. I think that's what's attractive.
Yeah.
It's like
No one wants like a slinky little sad lady. Like, oh.
no, I know. Like you can just watch a woman walk, and you can tell their confidence.
That's
level.
that's what attracted me to my wife. She was just like, you could tell she was confident. She was just confident.
Well, that's what's cool about surfer chicks. If they can slay the ocean, they can slay you. You know, if they can ride that board and do that thing.
Yeah.
You know they're willing to put in the work.
I hear you. I get you.
Because surfing's a lot of work. You got to get through the jellyfish.
So much work.
You got to watch out for sharks. If you're dating a girl that's willing to get past the jellyfish, through the sharks, through the rip current, get slammed by the waves, you know she's down to put in the work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Until she has a kid.
Until she's older and tired. What's the difference between dating a surfer chick and just like a girl that shops at the mall? You know what I mean? Like I've dated a girl that wasn't a surfer, and I married a girl that was a surfer. I feel like surfer chicks are just they have that cool breeze edge to them.
I do. Yeah. It's because they there's a piece of their heart is wild and free.
Whoa.
And when you like you need a woman that's wild and free, but like still loyal.
Yeah. Like
the loyalness is like still their foundation.
They're not too.
But you want them to be wild and free. And I think the best thing in a relationship is when your partner makes you feel like anything's possible.
Yeah, let's do it.
I hate being shut down.
Yeah, let's put on an extension in the kitchen or something.
One of my least favorite things is living with someone that shuts down any idea.
Yeah, they're like, that's too expensive, or that's not
It's
possible.
the most annoying, like, I'm a Gemini, and I know, like, astrology is complicated for you.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But we are the sign of possibilities.
The sign of possibility.
Anything's possible.
Right.
So when someone shuts me down, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Because I have ideas all day long. And it's fun to just like spit them out and be like, dude, what if we did that?
I know, you text me stuff.
And and it's so fun to like dream about it for a second.
Yeah.
And when someone just shuts it down for no reason, it's like, what?
Screw you, dude.
Go finish your bacon.
But what what I'm saying is the difference between like a girl that's like into shopping or they're just boring.
They're princesses.
And it's like, get a life, dude.
They might have had a dad like too good.
Had a golf cart or something.
Dude, don't get me started about golf carts.
I hate golf carts.
A golf cart dad is the sussiest.
Like, take the golf cart out, honey.
Walk,
you fat lard.
Walk, you fat lard.
Dude, e-bikes and golf carts and iPhones need to be shut down.
But with like, if a girl's dad,
yeah,
if a girl's dad is like too good to them, it sets you up for failure.
Because now you're compared to that perfect dad,
and they're not perfect.
No way.
They spoiled them.
Yeah,
they gave them everything they want 24/7.
Yep.
And you literally have no shot.
Yeah.
Because when you become a partner, you kind of have to be rational sometimes.
Totally.
Like they want to like get whatever they want 24/7. It's like, dude, you're gonna sink the family. You got to grow up.
But daddy would do it. It's like, yeah, your dad wasn't your husband.
And then if you become the dad of a relationship, you're gonna end up cheating because it's like you treat them like a kid and you look at them like a kid.
Oh, I get it.
You can't respect them.
Yeah.
You gotta have someone that's like equal level, layered, Gabby. Boom.
Those are a good example. You think Laird gets
dish.
Laird, Gabby, boom. That was funny. All right.
You know what's weird?
What?
It's weird being skinny again.
Yeah, dude, you're looking hot.
And it is, I don't know if it's like hard for me to talk about in front of you because you're still in the trenches.
No, it's okay. You can talk about it.
But it's weird being back in the skinny game.
Yeah.
I thought people would be more excited.
What do you mean?
It's almost like I'm back to being judged harder.
Oh, I get it.
Because when I got fat during my brain injury, people were like ruthless. But there's kind of this like, he's fat, so I'm not going to hate on him.
Right, because I'm fat too behind the keyboard.
It's almost like I became more personable to people.
Right.
Like less intimidating.
Yep.
And then now that I'm starting to chisel up,
Yeah.
like I was walking in the gym and I looked in the reflection. I was like, whoa. Like it scared me.
I'm back.
I scared me on how intimidating I was. Like I had the tank on.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I got to chill out. Like my knees are like so sharp.
So people are being mean to you? Or they're not excited?
I'm starting to feel like I used to back in the day.
Yeah.
Where like, oh, he had, like they make excuses up. No one ever in life, no one ever wants to give you the credit.
Yeah.
Like they always want to like blame something.
Or like
oh, it's his dad.
He was born rich or something.
Yeah, like, oh, he was born, like they never want to be like, that guy put in the work and he's talented and he tries. Like no one thinks like that.
No,
they look for excuses in their mind
Yeah.
if you're starting to crush life. So when you start feeling like you're kind of like starting to crush life,
Yeah.
then people change on you. It's like,
Well, they hate you when you're fat and call you fat.
it's like if you're too fat, then they're like fucking lazy.
And then you get skinny and they're like, he was rich and white.
They like that in between spot.
Yeah, maybe I'll find it.
When I was in the in between spot, I feel like girls were less intimidated.
Okay.
Now it's like I'm too intimidating, kind of. I'm like, if I got a couple tattoos, it would be like in a couple bracelets. Could you imagine, dude?
People wouldn't look you in the eye, man.
No one could look at me.
No.
I would walk down the beach like, freaking A, dude.
Dude, so you know this, our fans out there might remember that scary girl that's mean at the gym to you.
Did you see her?
I saw her, dude, and I get it.
She's kind of gnarly.
Her back muscles,
Dude, her
it's
back
crazy.
is like that Hank Warner.
Her
over
back
there.
muscles look like that.
I know.
Like,
just one shoulder looks like that.
I know, it's like, whoa. And,
Doosh.
and you know how you do the friendly, like, Southern Florida, like, look at?
Good eye, mate.
Just a little, and she was just like,
She just looked right, dude.
and Sterling was coming to the gym, and I said, I think the scary girl's here. Dude, she's like a Russian, like, kickboxer.
I mean, she's for sure a badass.
yeah, she's.
But, I mean,
We're at Chips, dude.
why is she trying to like cool guy us
She's pushing off so much alpha energy.
so much?
I know, and you're just like, I'm just listening to Elvis right now, like chilling.
It's like her freaking underwear is way too tight, and her.
I think it intimidates men because if another girl can put off alpha male energy like that, men are like, "Oh, wait.
Well, for me, I'm like a secret alpha. And I kind of pretend I'm not just so people feel okay. But
Yeah,
secretly, I'm like, a fucking.
Oh, freaking.
Like, I could jump maybe like 6 feet high.
Totally.
So, like, when I see her, like, my inner alpha's like, dude, I could take you down. Like, I know you think you're gnarly or whatever, but, like, whatever college you go to and varsity volleyball,
Dude, I don't know.
I think that's what it is.
What?
I think she's like a volleyball chick or something.
I don't know, dude. She could beat the crap out of me.
Do you think?
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. I saw her doing leg lifts. I was like,
Oh.
300?
I don't know, dude. She's scary. I get it now.
Dude, some guy got in my head the other day.
At the gym?
I was about to leg lift with 6 hundos.
Yeah.
And he was like, you gonna do that? And I was like, what? And then he just walked off.
Like, wait, am I going to do it?
And I wasn't sure if he was like, either like, that's barely any weight, or is that too much weight?
So it totally.
Because I have to be careful sometimes on being too gnarly.
Yeah.
Like, my willpower is sometimes way stronger than my actual reality.
The actual physical realm you live in.
Yeah, like, sometimes, like, I think I could do anything. Like, I could jump over that car right now.
Yeah. So this guy kind of Jedi'd you, like, you're going to.
Well, he was like, you gonna lift that? And then just walked off, and I was like, is this not enough, or is this too much? And I started shaking, like, when I was pressing it. I was like, am I doing it wrong? Like, what is going on?
What a weirdo.
And he had huge thighs. So I'm like, but he seemed intimidated that I was doing this weight.
But you couldn't figure it out.
But he got me. I was going to go for 700 that day, And then I just sticked at 600. I was like, no.
I did 600 and it was like pushing against a brick wall. I was like,
Your knees are like...
Gym time. Dude, so Billabong, Quiksilver, and Volcom are underneath what? It's over. What does it mean, Sterling?
Well, it's been a runaway train for a while.
Is it just been like coming?
It's been coming. It's sold out years and years ago.
So Billabong, Quiksilver, and Volcom were bought out by some company and it's going bankrupt. Bumped.
Well, in the early O's, when all of us core lords, we were like a unit.
Mm-hmm.
And we all cared about the culture so much.
Yeah.
So we would fight over decisions in Billabong. I remember like surfers had just as much of a decision in things.
Yeah.
Just because culturally we were a unit.
Well,
Like
you had a finger on the pulse of what was cool.
Well, we were all surfers. The owners were surfers. The people
Yeah.
that worked for the owners were surfers. We were surfers. Our surfers were surfers.
We had surfboards.
So it was like, what is cool was almost more important than money.
Yeah, dude.
And so I remember we'd go to Tavarua every year
Yeah.
with Billabong.
Mm-hmm.
I remember where all of us were like talking about major decisions with board shorts and shirts. And, and I think that's why at that time it was so epic.
Dude.
But when all the owners sold things,
Money.
so it was like the owners dipped out for millions to billions.
Probably.
They like snuck out the back door and took all the money. Like,
Like, sorry, surfers.
and we were all still fighting over the culture. And we didn't realize the companies were public now.
Yeah.
So when it's public, the shareholders just care about money.
They're like,
They're not like, they don't care about
Yeah.
the tribal tattoos you have. And
No.
And that's what was happening. We didn't realize, because I remember we would be fighting over like just direction of movies and stuff at Billabong and not realizing no one's driving this train anymore.
No one's up there, dude.
And we were just going, we're heading to a dead end.
You're in the back arguing. It's like, "Brrr."
And I started to realize that, because I talked about this in the other pod, but like,
Yeah.
I had such my finger on the internet pulse and no one was listening to me.
Yeah.
But no one could listen to me because no one in charge cared.
Yeah.
They literally were riding this train till it crashes.
Yeah.
And
Milk it.
you guys, whether you realize it or not, you're all going to be dropped or you're going to crash at the end with us. So basically that's has finally happened. They like, also like the surf industry just got too greedy.
Yeah.
Because surf shops is what made surf companies rich.
Yeah, they were selling all their stuff.
And then the surf company's like, well, what if we started our own stores?
Online? Oh, Billabong stores.
Yeah. And then like all the companies had their own stores in all the malls.
Yep.
And we're like, wait a second, like
Yeah, that's not cool.
you're undercutting us.
And
we're the ones who made you.
all the local surf shops, locally owned, are now you can go to the mall to a nice, sweet Billabong store.
So like all those big companies are like, oh, it's just in the mall. Like no one's going to know. But it destroyed the culture.
Yeah.
Because what made it so cool, say if an inlander comes into town
Yeah.
and they've heard about Billabong,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, that's a surf shop. Let's go in there.
It's crusty old people.
And they walk into the shop and they see surf pictures. They're like, whoa, culture. Like, this is
Yeah.
crazy. The clothing meant something.
Yeah.
But then when they went home and they went to Marshall's and they saw Billabong, Quiksilver's, all
Sam's
that,
Club.
and it's $9.99.99,
Yeah.
they're like, what?
What?
It doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what I meant by the train driving off. They were just like, we're getting as much as money we can, and then we're going to dip out.
Yeah.
And it's like, all those guys, they built the industry up and they snuck out the back. And then what's funny, I'm not going to like name names, but a lot of the guys who started the big companies, then they started smaller companies and pretended to be core.
Yeah.
They're like, look at that company being all big and selling out. We're core over here. And I'm like, you're the one who started that train. You just dipped out and started a new train going this way.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we're core.
Because they had tons of money and time.
Dude, there's some guys in the surf industry, big wigs, big names, names that are brands. Guys' names that are brands.
Yeah.
They started those brands. took the train, pushed it by itself, took the money, started a little brand, now going this way, pretending, oh, it's all about core. It's all about core.
Yeah, dude.
And they're going to go this way until core becomes the money maker. And then they're going to turn it back around and they're going to sell it off again. And then they're going to dip out and come back.
Well, it's just the human nature, dude. Greed and power and money.
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. If I was the Billabong guy, I probably would want to sell it.
Really?
Like, I'm getting older and I see I could provide for my grandkids forever.
I mean, how much money do you need?
I know.
I mean, if you owned Billabong and never sold it out, you'd be making $100 million a year.
That's true.
Like, how much more do you need?
I know. How many freaking...
And wouldn't it mean more to, like...
I know.
You built this.
I know.
And you care about... You want to sponsor kids and change their lives.
Yeah.
And, like...
I didn't think of it that way. You're right.
I think money, I mean, it's the root of all evil. It's like...
Well, technically, the love of money is the root of all evil, but continue.
Right. Yeah, it's like you could have such a fulfilled... No one cares about a fulfilling life.
They just want a rich life.
I just want things.
Like, I look at Conor McGregor, and he was killing it, and he had such a passion and aggression, doing things that the humans had never seen in UFC, and now he has all this money, and everyone, like, hates him now.
No, he's just a cokehead.
He just looks different.
CTE.
Whiskey. Yeah, dude. Live for something more than money, guys.
One of the best things I ever done is I quit everything and just walked.
Yeah.
I pulled a Forrest Gump.
I
in my
started
late
walking.
20s.
Yeah.
I really did.
I know your beard got long.
And it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because I found balance. Like, I watched all the people get super rich and crash.
And yeah,
you know,
addicted to
like,
drugs and depression.
It's like, you got to find your soul to find happiness.
Yeah.
And that's the riches. Like, I was on the beach today. And dude, I was just sitting on the beach listening to some reggae, and I just went for a nice cold dip serve. Dude, I'm the richest person on earth.
I know, dude.
I was sitting there like so happy, like, dude, I don't need anything. That's
why homeless people are always like,
woo! Got a 20? No? Okay.
Later, dude. There's a balance.
Yeah, it's like you need one point of your day for like an hour or two where you just got nothing to do. And
My God, love that.
You're just cruising. But you got to work first.
Yeah. Put in the work.
Like, you got to hit the gym first. You got to get your biz done.
Clean your car.
You got to get podcast biz done. Yeah, you got to make sure everything's clean.
Yeah, don't be lazy.
You can't. Yeah, that's a good point. Because if you want that cool buzz 24/7, it destroys you.
I know, because you're just chasing that buzz but you're not working for it. I always used to think you got to earn the buzz.
Well, you're gonna lose the buzz.
Yeah.
If you don't work for the buzz,
You got to earn the buzz.
Well, you got to take care of stuff if it's gonna take care of you.
There you
got to
go.
take care of your body.
Yep.
It'll take care of you back.
Yeah.
You got to take care of your house if it's gonna keep you safe.
Yeah, and clean.
You got to put in the work with your kids. You got to put in the work with your dogs.
Dang, we're preaching today.
No, but seriously. And then you get to that 2-hour window.
Yeah.
You just let the reggae take over.
What reggae are you listening to?
Just classic Bob Marley stuff.
I thought maybe that guy that won, Eddie. Do you ever listen to him?
Yeah, he was in the mix.
Sick. I wanted to ask you this question. What do you think? That's a good timing. The old Duke Hawaiian core lords of the day, the Hawaiian ancient ones, what would they do if they just snapped and were at Kelly's wave pool? What do you think they would think?
They'd probably be fired up.
Do you think they'd be like, oh, we love it? Or would you think they'd be like, this is disgraceful?
It depends.
Like Aki's over at the vending machine by the wave pool getting Twix, and they hear the machine.
It depends. I think they would be stoked if like they were in Arizona. But if the wave pool was in Hawaii, they'd be like, why would you put this on the sacred land?
Right. Okay. If Duke Hanahanamoko was at Kelly's wave pool, would he be like, this is terrible, I hate it? Or do you think he'd like it?
I think he'd like it.
All right.
He'd be like, wow, like this, we've come a long way.
All right. What company out there, back to what we're talking about with surf companies, is still core? Sebastian Koerner which brand is still core in Sterling's opinion? Billabong. Quiksilver. Is there anything out there?
That's been an OG the whole time?
Yeah, is there OG companies that are still core?
Maybe like O'Neill wetsuits.
They're still to the tribe.
I think like the owners, they own the wetsuit part, and then like idiots own the clothing part.
Yeah.
But I think the people that own the wetsuit part, which Jack O'Neill started, which is the most core.
That's a very specific, small little thing. Not O'Neill as a whole, but O'Neill wetsuits.
I think just O'Neill wetsuits would be maybe that's one core lords that are still at it. And then, what's been around?
Like Channel Islands, is that a thing?
Well, I would say almost all the board companies are still core.
Okay.
You can't unless they went to Thailand and started paying girls to make the surfboards.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say like all board builders, like all the boards are for sure core still, because you can't run from it.
Yeah.
It is surfing.
It needs to stay core.
But there's been levels of uncoreness, like Surf Tech wasn't core.
What's
So
Surf
Tech came in to all the big brands, board brands, and they're like, we make epoxy boards in China, and you can have your design, and we'll make 1,000 of them in China and ship them over. And that was like super lame at the time. Like Surf Tech was like, and it was like crappy feeling. But they could make them for like $10.
Yeah, you get a new one.
And then they sell them for like $1,000.
Dang, moneymaker. So there's still some core brands out there. O'Neill wetsuits, all the surfboard brands.
I think O'Neill wetsuits.
But is surf brands for clothing even a thing anymore? Like, I don't see anyone wearing Billabong. I mean,
they just shut all their doors.
Yeah, I know. But it's not even like a cool thing anymore.
I wanted to say Rip Curl, but I think they finally might have sold out.
Really?
Remember all the Bethany things going down?
Yeah.
Like they dropped Bethany.
They dropped Bethany freaking Hamilton.
So I think something happened with Rip Curl was core for a while, but something happened in the past 5 years. I'm not sure if they sold out, if they went public or something.
Yeah.
They were the closest. They still sponsored Tom Carroll, Tom Curran, which is rad. But Rip Curl is close. I feel like there's some like smaller companies that like actually never made it.
Yeah,
but they're still around.
Yeah. Well,
Vans kind of tricked people for a while.
What?
But I think everyone's finally realized like they're not core anymore.
Yeah, they're too mainstream.
Vans did a good job for a while.
Really putting the like mirage.
It's something about the last 5. It feels like when they bought the Pipe Masters, that's when they lost all their credibility.
Dang it.
Because they like paid all these Instagrammers to come to the island. So instead of putting money into like the surfers, they paid random influencers to come, and they got paid. They flew them over and paid them to Instagram the surf contest.
On their stories and
I'm like, what?
Yeah, that was weird.
So something happened in Vans where they went like, I hate using the word woke because I feel like that's just like,
there's something weird about it. Yeah.
I feel like that's super lame, but they went just kind of like sold out-ish.
All right. Well, we need to start a brand.
I thought Joel Tudor's contests were a really cool idea, the duct tape and invitationals.
I've seen that.
I think they were going in a really cool direction with that, but it seems like it lost steam or something. Maybe it's too much money, not getting enough return out of it.
I think we just need to define success differently. It doesn't have to be the most richest thing. It's just like what's cool, what's got culture. Like money doesn't have to be the definition of success every time.
It's more about like longevity.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're not gonna like make the most money right now, but
that's fine. Who cares?
Our roots are solid.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be around,
and we have
for 100 more years.
You have a good like what's the word? Everybody has like respects your company integrity. There's not like weird.
Right. And you're giving back.
Yeah.
Everything's about community.
Good reputation. Community. Yeah.
You care about the people you sponsor.
Yeah.
You like, oh, their lives are going to be better. It makes our life better. But dude, brands are nerdy.
Hands are gnarly.
As soon as your like frosted tips go away, they're like, get rid of him.
Get rid of him.
He's too old. How old is he? 17? Get rid of him.
Yeah. He gained the 5 pounds. Drop him.
Dude, I was listening to some chick talk. She was like a Roxy chick back in the day.
Ooh.
Dude, it sounded gnarly.
What, the way she was treated?
They would tell her like, hey, you need to lose like 10 pounds.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine being a surfer and they're like, hey, we need to...
Hey, lay off the carbs.
That's what guys never had to deal with.
Ugh. As long as your turns were good.
It's like, your cutbacks are looking really good.
Yeah.
Keep giving you a raise.
Keep eating corn dogs. You're doing great.
I remember I was in Tavarua on a Billabong trip, and I remember like it was that cloud break, and I like missed. I was like about to grab my rail, but I missed it, and I ended up just like standing backside and just got like this stand up backside bear like. And I remember like all the head guys were like, "He's getting a raise." I got a raise for getting a gnarly backside stand up barrel.
Not exist anymore.
Are you kidding me?
How many followers does he have?
He only has 80,000 followers.
Yeah.
That's only 10% reach. That's like 8,000 a month.
Yeah, drop him.
Drop him.
Well, let's get it back to core. All right, dude. That was fun. I'm a kook. You're a kook. We're all kooked.
Embrace your kookness.
What is that song? I'm a kook. You're a kook. We're all kooked.
How's it? Thank you for watching Pinch My Salt, the hit podcast of the world's #1 surfer, Sterling Spencer. You know the rules. Subscribe and tickle that like button. Pinch My Salt.